Hey, you tourists, it's your boy Domination. This is Back of the Basic. Chuck of the Deuces. How we do Texas, baby. Man, I doubt back. You know what it is, know what it is, know what it is, know what it is. And the only place gonna get it, all the place gonna get it, all the place gonna get it is right back of the basic. Chuck of the Deuces. How we do Texas, baby. Man, I doubt back. Do what it is, know what it is. Real man rise up, fake man rise down. Real woman rise up, fake woman rise down. Right to where I preach on. And today's topic to talk about is, I really want to talk about this. You know what's so strange about this? What's really going on in the year 2014? People spend their whole entire lives fighting each other for nothing. Between all the way from Africa, all the way to Europe, all the way from Asia. Do you ever notice that? All the way from South America to the United States of America, North America. See, they fighting for nothing. For foreign countries. They want to blame foreign countries. But your family is come from foreign country. It's all bullshit. Black people got foreign countries. Whites does. Asian. But frankly, y'all don't want to hear that. Okay. Y'all don't want to hear it. Okay. Understandable. It's funny how people say they believe in God. But then you turn around and say, okay, I don't believe in God. Which is it? Or you believe in God or you don't? Or you believe in Satanism or instead of believing Christianity. See, this is why they hate Christians. For some reason, it has something to do that Christian misjudgment people and feel like the fallen angel that comes from the establishment of heaven, from heaven, establishment of from the hell rails of this world. And we know what God I'm talking about. I ain't gonna mention the name, and those who don't want to say his name, but they know what I'm talking about. There's two types of gods. They can believe the true prophetment of God, or they believe that fake a sense of off prophetness of God. They know what I'm talking about. But I'm gonna leave that to you. But my thing is this: white people, to me, they ain't nothing but the chapet. From Russians to Ukrainian to Switzerland to Germans to Jews, to all of them. It doesn't matter. It's so many Caucasians. It's not even funny. There's so many of them. I don't know how many of Chapet's sons, but if he has 7 sons, ain't no telling how many daughters that he has. That explains it. That's why the name of Europe is named after this woman that's sitting on the Taurus bull. If you don't believe me, look it up for yourself. Look it up. With 12 stars, the original 12 stars, the 12 Israelites. And guarantee it has to be something about African, Asia, and Europe. This is why Europe, if you go to Europe, is a continental country, just like Africa is. Asia is a continent, just like Europe and Africa. But they all connected together. For some reason, this is why they separate. It's like 3 different nations and 4 different races. Do you always hear it? The red race was the Native American of race. The white race is the Georgian race. When people say Georgia, it's another word for Georgian. Same thing, Africa. When you hear the term Africa, where does Africa comes from? It comes from the Romans. It's come from what they saying, we're a conquered American. We're conquered people. There's a guy named was Indigenous One. Please watch his video, and he was explaining where the term Africa came from. No wonder I never use that term African American, because when they're gonna treat you like what? Conquered people. And what does European mean? European means it's basically they're a beautiful race of people, men and women. But the most beautiful of them all is the white female. Same thing a black woman. If you look at Africa, the state of Africa, it looks like the size of a black woman's ass. I'm not trying to be funny, but it's true. You look it up and you say to yourself, that's why she giving the birth, because the liberation. And some say that's a black woman. And on Statue of Liberty in New York City. If you don't believe me, look it up for yourself and look at the original term of Europe. Even rednecks. Oh yeah, poor whites. Or they mix with Mongol and Negroid blood. How can they say it? That's why they say you got the clean whites become the dirty whites, and then you got the Europeans who mix with to all the way from to Caucasus and Mongol, Asian people. This is why that Asians and whites and they connected with each other. They were fighting each other. Then Africa. It doesn't matter who the original state, but the original state was being birthed was the humanity was Africa, and it has something to do with Homo erectus. White people are the Neanderthals. When black people would move all the way to the Africa, to Asia, then Europe, then all the way from South America to the North America. This is why in most parts, if you don't believe me, how can people say they hate blacks, but they giving birth of the nation? Us, we did that. And then you turn around and you're trying to say, if it wasn't for us. And I'm not saying black people are superior if that's what you think. Ain't no other race is superior. Caucasian's not racist superior, and Asian's not racist superior. But they came one of us and we came one of them. And they turn around and say it's not. Bullshit. And I tell the same thing of us. We came from out of Europeans and Asia. But we say we don't. And same thing Asian. They can't deny this, that they came out of Africa and Europe. How can people say that? It had a lot to do with, it's always some tension between black and white. I always ask myself, why is that? It has something to do, and I come to find out, it has something to do with Homo erectus and the Neanderthals. If you could look at the documentary I put out, because to clear this racism up, because it's bullshit, it's not right, and it's wrong because of that. And what started all this madness in the first place of the curse of Cain. The curse of Cain, when Cain killed his brother Abel. Some say Cain was white and he almost forced himself to turn black. So God put a mark on him and put black. Some say that. No, God punished me in a way, put a mark on him, meaning he punished essentially what he did to his brother. He had nothing to do with that damn marker because you are turned a black. If that's the case, where the binoism came from. I believe, in my opinion, this is my belief, I believe whites came out of Africans. I really do think this. Because there is no way whites can produce black. Now, it could be possible. If blacks would stay in the sun too long, they can peel white if they come out of Europeans. And I don't know about Asia, but Asia are close connected to white and black. But they yellow. They melt. They melt all two different races. See, this is why there's four or three different races, but the original races of the two were white and black. Black or white. It's always some tension. If CNN and Fox News and all the rest of them would start telling the truth, we can't hide it much longer. We need to tell our kids the truth. Tell them the truth. Tell whites the truth. Tell blacks the truth. Tell Asians the truth. We all connect in the same family tree, from good and bad. How can people say that for all the way from Satan to Jesus? The Satan to Satan to Zeus. To Jesus to Lucifer. Come on. Why people act shocked? This is something new. This has been going on for years. Even if you choose to believe in God or not, or choose to believe in Satan, that's what you do. That's your business. But I'm going to veil this stuff because we all been lied to. And yeah, it's going to be more wars. It's going to keep on fighting for nothing because what's it started out in the first place. And what started this war because the caveman was being molested by Ham. And not only that when Noah got drunk and went in his tent, and Shem and Japheth saw something, what their uncle did to their damn brother, they feel and turn themselves away. And after Noah woke up and he saw what his young son done to him, one of his grandson, Ham, and he punished him. People thought, oh, that means he must have put a mark curse on him because he's black. He went from white to black. That's bullshit. He cursing him because he punished him for the servant for Japheth and Shem. It had nothing to do with color. It's blacking out for your sins. not blacking out for your skin. It had nothing to do with that. If people would study the Bible from to the New Testament, to the Old Testament, to the King James Version, to the Holy Bible, if they would study Satanism, because it's all connected between Christianity and Satanism. It is. Between the Freemasons from hundreds of years ago, America wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Masons. They did some stuff. Just like the Skull and Bones, the original Skull and Bones, who came out of pirates. The cycle in the movie called Pirates of the Caribbean. See the skull with the skull skull in the head with two different mark of the cross. Some say the cross that comes from Saint Andre. I don't know how true that is, but it's all the way from Jamaica to British to the fucking the Confederate flag between who could conquer the North and the South. Why you think the East Coast and West Coast been fighting each other for some reason? Because it got something to do with the original Black Panthers was started out from the West Coast to hit to the East Coast. This is why there's so much stuff. And there's always some color between red and blue. It goes back to the Romans and the Greeks. It goes back to the Romans and the Greeks who could control whole entire city, control whole entire people. That's Republican. And Democrat, they can been overruled and been ruled by the system and ruled by laws from the people, from House, and representatives. And then you have the liberal liberties of the whole justice system of all who control access to get in that office. Don't believe me? Look it up for yourself. Look into that dollar. Look at what's on the music, even entertainment business. That explains every goddamn thing. There are white people being lied to. But there's some whites know the truth. There are some of my people know the truth. We ain't gonna say anything. We just like Caucasians. They ain't gonna say nothing. Asians know the truth. And it's sad that you got blacks and whites and Asians fighting each other for nothing because it has something to do with what's been written in that Bible. And not only that Ham molesting Canaan, people confused when they hear the word Cain and Canaan. No. Cain came from out of Adam's son. That's his son or something like that. He had two sons, but this come from a son he took care of a relationship from Eve, from other men she was messing with. And we know what the snake is, the serpent, Satan. We know what that is. We know it. That's why women to this day mess with the wrong man. Why you think women always messing with the bad boy and go back to the good man when her time is up and she want to get married and have kids? I don't care if some women get offended by this. So half of y'all women know this truth. Y'all know it. From the white woman to the black woman to the Asian woman, every other woman race did this. Even the men do this. They go to the bad girl and the bad girl do her wrong, but who gonna expect to come to his rescue? The good girl. This is why that you see this what's happening now. Nothing's changed in the 1960s to the 1970s to all the way from the 1500s and the 1600s and 1700s. It goes back to the 1000s and 900s from the dynasty, from the period war states, all that other shit. And then you got from people whole entire Europe for the medieval times and in the dark ages to the Black Death. It was a lot of shit going on in Europe. And some of the shit goes on the plantation, the starvation in Africa, and the diseases are spreading. And Asia was starting war states of fighting and shit who could conquer between each way they go. They said the same thing. The sick men of Asia, the sick men of Europe, and the sick men of Africa. This explains it. I never understand why they fighting each other. For what? We all come from the same certain root, from the same certain tree, from good knowledge to evil knowledge. Why you think that? Even Satanists know what I'm talking about. Even Christians know it. For some reason, no wonder why angels and devils fuck with each other for a long time. And I hear bad people all the time saying that, oh, bad people do dirt too. Yeah, they do dirt. They hide theirs. But bad folks, they can never hide their dirt. They let it be known what they do. But for some reason, I see why they're fighting. From all the way from the South America to North America. See, this is all the way. See, the original birth of humanity was started in Africa. From all the way from Asia to Europe, to South America, to North America. See, it's all connected. If you don't believe me, what do you think the Americans is? American. I'm an American, an Aboriginal. That's what I am. For some odd reason, we don't want to point this out. How you think Europeans getting this money? From all the way from Africa. Where do you think the diamonds come from? Diamonds nothing but pure damn crystal ass rocks. That's all it is. And it helped out from the people from Europe to all the way from to Africa. And that shit belonged to Africans. Where do you think the spear came from? From Africans. From all the way to the damn Olympics by the go back to the damn Greek gods. And the Romans, they were their own gods. Greeks, they were gods. From the pagan holidays. They celebrate Christmas right now. Christmas is coming up after Halloween. All these are pagan holidays from Europeans. Don't tell me they don't. Because come on, man. They can't tell me shit about whites because I look at their history and their past and what they do. They look into ours. They know what we about. And Asian, they know what Europeans and black. And I know what Asia is about. For some reason, we all the same. But the problem is we come from two disparate people, from two different land, two different culture, and two different language. That's the problem. This is why they don't get along. But they all want the same thing. Doesn't matter if blacks was original or Asian or white. But let's be honest. Why you think that when I did a research, they said black was the first color, but it was misunderstood color. And it also can produce any other color. From white to yellow to red to blue, all that stuff. Look it up and it says in there. Why do you think they call black people color? Because they're trying to say black people are the first color. But I thought European were. For some reason. And I think it's just like you broke an egg and you separate the race and it became one race and it became on two race. They had a movie called Black Crystal. Please go watch that movie, see what that's about. That's what happened to Pixies and the Spenceys, something like that. They became one, but they separate the two. That's what they did to the blacks and the whites. They broke them up to 2 and to 3 and to 4 and 5 and 6. This is why there's so much racism. This is why, for nothing. This is why. Where you think Asia came from? Asia come from Emperor of Ramesses' wife was Asia. This is why. Everything original origin out of Asia between to Africa to Europe to Asia. And they hate that word Oriental because everything is Oriental somewhere. Same thing black. Black is blotted out, bleached out. White is white and whiteness. For some reason, this is why white people tan their fucking skin. I never understand why. Because some of them have skin cancer. They fill up with red. They flushed up with red. They the only race of people do this. And black people bleach their fucking skin to trying to look like the people from Europeans that colonized them and enslaved them. Same thing, the Europeans trying to look like the people that they colonized them and who the people they slaved by too. After they did to each other, that's what the term slave come from, Slavic people. They were the original slaves before blacks did. And Asia and all the rest. If you don't believe me, you can look it up for yourself. Hey, I did my own research, but the question is you got to do your own research. Don't believe me. Don't believe anybody else. Look this shit up for yourself. Look what's in the Bible and what's been said and study that Satan's Bible because it's all matched. For some odd reason, from the Babylonian Baphomet Mysteries Archimate School from Book of Perfect Man is Perfect Religion. If you don't believe me, why do we keep on fighting? For some reason, it doesn't matter if Caucasian or black or Asian. Nobody ain't gonna win. Because at the end of the day, we all losing a part of each other. Even if we don't get along with each other or not. I'm a human being just as much as they is. See, I'm going to tell you something else. As black people, we've been lied to for hundreds of years. They told us we come from the slave boats. But the question is, where are the damn slave boats? And we didn't write the damn story. That's the funny part about it. That's why you hear black Americans always say, especially my folks, like, I ain't African. They'll say that, but I understand why they say it. Because they're trying to say that the indigenous people of the land of the United States. The color crop. What makes you think? With cotton candy, with peanut butter, the damn coffee and shit, and the damn brush, the damn clothes hanger, the clothes board, all that shit belongs to us. Just like European, it belongs to them with the damn TV, the fucking flag from the Democrat, Republican, and Liberal, and belongs to them. The World Gallery, World History, even school district, it belongs out of them. Asia, they created video games, there's certain clothes, and what comes a way of physical way of fighting to protect yourself. You look at all this shit. All this shit is connected. They all help apart from what made America what it is today. Doesn't matter who the first. We all originated first and originated last. Come from first. From every other race. Caucasian feel like they're the first. Asian feel like they're the first. Black feel like the first. They all between the first and last person first together. For some odd reason. This is why Russians attack Africans, because they thought that Africans are going to take over their country. But they don't realize they part of blacks. They can deny it and all they want. It is true. Same thing, blacks are part of Russia. When you say, when they say the mother of Africa, the Russians say, we got to defend the mother of Russia. For some reason. Same thing to build the railroads from Asia. All this stuff. The person I look up to was Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee was half Chinese, half Japanese, and German at the same time. Even though when they found him half a quarter of German, they didn't want to teach him because he's not pure blood Asian. Same thing when they tell Obama is not pure black. Of course he's not. The man is half white, half black. Even though he appeared like a black man, but he thinks like a Caucasian male. You got whites who even got black blood in them, especially with Jews, Italians, Greeks, and also known rednecks. I don't care what people say, it's the truth. It's the truth. Same thing. There are black people been separated, Africa, something like that, to melanin, just like pig black melanin to white melanin. They melanin part from each other, and to a damn North America. That's why there's so much tension between African American and black Americans and Africans. I don't see the damn difference. When you look at your citizenship with the description of race you in, they'll say a white, but they don't never say Caucasian or European. So some place European is Europe, North Africa, and southwest part Asia and Middle East. I'm kid you not. Same thing Asia. Asia, they'll probably say part of between Europe and Asia. But it never says Africa. But they part of that, and just like everybody else, we all part of each other. But my thing is, what I'm trying to bring a point is, my point is we need to stop fighting each other. Because we all play a role of it. They play each part, and each part play of one another. And our own people, their people play a part of starting this war for nothing. To all the way to South America, to the United States. I see it why. But for some reason, we're quiet. Asians know the truth. Blacks, even whites. Oh yeah, whites barely know what's going on. For some reason, I see why. What do you think all these mix-a-lot of goddamn babies coming out? When they say biracial, you come from two parts of race of people, and multiracial, you come from multiple race with 4 or 5 part of race in you. Guess what I found out? Not only I'm African American, or African, whatever you call Black American, or descendants from Africa, descendants from slaves, are not descendant of the root of the colored slaves. I got part of white blood somewhere. Guess what I find out? My mother told me not only a part black, but she told me I'm Jamaica, that's black, and she told me I'm a German, part white, and also she told me I'm Native American, a Cherokee, and also she told me I was Polish and Persian. That's fucking Middle East, Iran and shit. No wonder why I think like this, because you connected all these parts together. And any other race of ethnic group know exactly what I'm talking about, even if you don't agree with me. But I see why. And we better look up these racial terms before we hear it and say it, we don't know what it means. When you hear the term nigger, guess what the white person tells them when you call you a nigger? He basically saying you're dead. I'm going to kill you. You dead me. You dead to me. That's what the term nigger means. Especially nigger or nigga in term of endearment, in term and offensive. I'm telling you that's what it means. And people can look it up. It's a Greek word. It's a Greekology of the word. Same thing, the term cracker, what you're trying to say, white people own slavery. Not really. They own slavery to them and slave it to us, and we start slaving everybody else to Europe, to Asia, and they turn around slave us and slave other people. We all slave apart from each other. But from real slavery is the slavery of the mind. Not with color, not with economical, not with sense of environment that we live and a certain background, certain things we came from. It's the real slavery, it's the mind. Get off of the risk of activity, those handcuffed and be out slavery and become free as a person. You would be free. But the question is, what is free? Do you honestly be free from yourself and anyone else and towards yourself or anything else? But you got to ask yourself that. White people don't own slaves, and we're not a dead race. They're not our masters, and we're not their servants. We're people. They're people. It was the same thing when you hear Oriental. Oriental, everything origin out of Asia. It ain't always true. Everything origin out of Africa and Asia and Europe. Everything origin from any place. It ain't always Asia all the time. When we hear these racial slurs, we better understand what it means when people say it. I hear people say these racial terms and they don't. And then you want to ask them, do they know what it means when they say it? Because half of these folks just be saying something. They don't know what it means. Like they say, jigabug, whatever you call it, they try to say black people scared all the goddamn time, which is not true. They ain't scared of Caucasian, and Caucasian ain't scared of black. People only scared of people when they bring the fear and bring the fear out of people who can't bring the fear out of the person of themselves and anyone else. That's the real fear. Same thing when they call Caucasian honky. I already know what that means. What you're trying to say, white guys are lust for black women. Maybe so. But they love women just like we love women. Like Jungle Bunny. Jungle Bunny means innocent white girl being beautiful attacked by a black man. I know what they're trying to say. When you hear a white person call you a monkey or ape, what he trying to say, stop kidding around, stop fooling around. I know what they're saying. I know. And they've been conditioned to think like that. Same thing you call white people peckerwood. I'll tell white people what those words are towards them, what it means. Don't even worry about that. And same thing, we don't even worry about. Words meant everything, but it don't mean anything what it means when people say it. They don't know what it means. When they say peckerwood, meaning they like to chop woods all the time. Ain't always true. Everybody likes chop woods. Even the original hunters was everybody thought it always Caucasian. Sometimes it's Africans before Europeans and Asians did. Where you think all the weaponries came from? Out of trees, out of rocks, even money. All that stuff was originated from any other place, from Asia to Europe to all the way originated Africa. If you don't believe me, look it up. These Torah of Nation. It's on Genesis of 10, and you can look this up for yourself. It don't make no sense. We fighting for nothing. They had a movie called The Seventh Son, the Seventh Son. You know, the seventh son, there's a seventh son. That come from Europeans. This is why, for the most part, they believe they come from the goddamn caves, because it goes back where the Neanderthals were at. They were hunted. They were hunt people. Hunt animals. They eat them the way to maintain to live and to maintain to survive. And even Homo erectus did the same thing. But they love and show family love and passion. But they show love of depressment and ornament and no gradiment or gradiment attitude. So some say that the Neanderthals were dying out when the Ice Age came in. Some say the Homo erectus they died over when the sun beat out of the damn stroke out of the people. Black people are the Homo erectus, whites were the Neanderthals. And I forgot what Asian are. They the hominin or something like that. I don't know for sure, but it goes back to the ape of man, the sense of man of the age of men of race. It goes back to the ways of human beings right now. Why you think they say rainbows come from all different colors? And you would think it's a gay color. But this is where it came out from. But did it get you to think that if God made Adam and Eve, did God make Adam and Steve too? See, that's something I don't even want to think about. But you got to be wondering. No wonder why they call black people colored. Because especially gays, they say that they support civil rights movement. And civil rights support the gay folks, and gays support them. We know there's some gay community in the black community. There's gays and whites and Asian, and I don't wish no death and harm to them. They need to stay up and do what they do. But me as a straight man, and only way straight people and gays ever get along, they gotta respect each other's spaces, just like whites have to respect each other's spaces with blacks, and blacks gotta do the same, and so is Asian. That's the only time they're gonna get along, and that's the only way when men and women gonna get along. Because we've been fighting each other for years, all because of what? That we still have this dumbass argument who the original founder members will walk on this planet Earth. It doesn't matter. Only planet Earth is we all be part of being marked as well as being human beings. I'm going to say to this. I love my people. I do this because I want our people to know they love us. Even if they hate us, they love us. Just like we love white brothers and sisters and Asian brothers. We love them for whoever, no matter what they do. They love us no matter what we do. But the thing is, if you're going to bring us the whole, or you're going to bring us the whole tire together. And let's end this fucking scientific racism, because that's what done all the damage. And thanks to the United Nations, they the ones separate between our part of the families from each other. Separate from Noah's children. And his children, their children. But they part of the same families like everybody else. From God's side to Satan's side. God had children, and so does the devil had children. Everybody knows the damn truth. I ain't scared to say this. Because guess what's going to kill me off the message I'm trying to tell the truth? I say to this. You can kill the person that speaks the truth, but you could never, ever, ever kill the truth. The truth always remain there and may always be there, no matter what it is. But people bring us divided and bring us the whole entire divide of us as a whole. And bring us together and remain from each other. From if we could share the same love, same passion, same humanity, same rhythm, same life. And that's all good. We come from the tree of life, and we come from the tree itself. But the thing is that we all from falling down to grace, we all falling down the tree. We got to keep the main tree and keep the tree more stronger and live more longer, and more longer that we should live, we shall we live longer. And peace and one love. I love all of y'all. I love black brothers and sisters. I love Asian brothers and sisters. I love white brothers and sisters. Gays, women, straight people, everybody. But the thing is, we need to stop doing this to each other. Because it's not going to bring anything. The problem is. But it's going to be war. But one thing, it's going to bring us together, the whole entire race, the whole human race as a whole. Much love and support, all right? Even though, as a man that I am, ladies, I love y'all. I know you love us back. And that's all I got to say. And everybody else, fight for what you believe and fight what you stand for, and man, what you stand, what you believe. Wherever rest will come, whatever rest is yours. And that's all I got to say about that. It's your boy Domination. This is Back of the Base and Chuck on the Deuces. How we do Texas, baby. Until next time, all right? All right. Peace and I'm out.